Okay, welcome back to Mangg the Duelyst, where we are muddling about around rank 13 and 14. Okay, it's another Tuesday, which means another Duelyst patch has been released, and this was quite a small patch, for reasons I'll talk about a little later. And there was another Songhai nerf, I guess, but not really anything that you would have expected. What was nerfed was Blood Rage Mask. And it went from a 1 cost to a 0 cost, which I don't think really matters, but it might be the only 0 cost artifact in the game. I'm actually pretty curious now. Oh no, the Sunstone Bracer is a 0 cost. Okay, so it's one of two. And I would say Sunstones is probably better. But anyways, yeah, okay. So went from 1 cost to 0 cost, and now whenever you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to the enemy general. It used to be that, plus you would heal 1 as well. And so that's it also used to be the Blood Leech Mask, apparently, which obviously it couldn't be because it's no longer leeches anything. It just hurts them. It's a very odd change, and I have no idea why they really did it. Like, nobody ever really complained about Blood Leech Mask, I don't think. Like, it was just kind of there. In fact, I think I took it out of my deck completely. I'm not sure why. It was alright, but now there's very little reason for me to put it in. And Inner Focus is still Inner Focus, so yeah. Other changes. They added in 2 new cards. They added in... let me find it. Mind Warper. 4 cost, 4/3. Opening Gambit. Gain a copy of a random spell from opponent's action bar. Yeah, not too great, to be honest. Because A, you don't get to pick the spell, so it's random. And B, you don't even know if they have a spell in their action bar. Unless, you know, they just use an Alcuin Lore Master or something, or that other card that gives you a spell, and, you know, they hadn't used it yet, and you use this, then maybe you could grab it. But then if they had another spell, you might not even have grabbed that. Like, it's just... It's a hell of a gambit, so this could be completely wasted, and then you just have a 4/3 on the board for 4, which is not great, really. So, and it's a legendary. It's a legendary. I mean, I guess I think it's better than Venom Toth, but this is shit. Somebody tell me that this is not shit. I don't know why this is a legendary. Freaking Venom Toth. The other card that they added then is Dilotas, which is apparently a misspelling. It's supposed to be Diolatas or something like that. 6 mana, 5/2. But Dying Wish, summon a 0/10 Tombstone with Provoke near your general. This thing is pretty off the charts, in my opinion. I think that's really good. Unless it gets dispelled. So in today's current meta, where everybody's running like 3 or 4 dispels, I don't think this is that great. I don't think it'll get used that much, because 2 health for 6 mana is just, it's not really gonna fly. You're really just hoping that, you know, you get in maybe 5 damage on the enemy general, or you pick off something kind of big, and then you get the giant Tombstone with Provoke near you that they have to really deal with. And it's not legendary, so that's nice, but it is epic. But it's got a really cool animation. Like, look at that shit. That's awesome. I could see using it, but I don't know about in the meta right now. The other changes were I can't even show you. They took out Spectral Blade, was an Abyssian artifact that gave your general +2 attack and flying, and it was kind of ridiculous. It was pretty OP. I think we only ran into it like once, but I'm pretty sure I lost that game. So they actually took it out of the game completely, and they're going to bring it back later by altering the text. which is kind of surprising. This is not the first time they've done that. They did that for apparently Darkseid as well. So we'll see what they do with that. Songhai did get a buff, actually, to 4 Winds Magi. This guy. This guy, then, he got 1 extra health. It used to be a 4/3. And now he has basically the Blood Leech effect. So I think they maybe want to put more... I think they want to buff Songhai minions. Songhai minions are not a huge thing. Like, I don't run many in my deck. I run Scarlet Vipers, Gorehorns, everybody runs Tuskboar, and Chakris, and I have a couple Assassins. So it's not many Songhai minions. So I like that buff. And I guess they didn't want 2 things with the same effect. But then I think they should have kept Blood Leech and gave something cool to 4 Winds. It is an Arcanist. You can run a Songhai Arcanist deck, but we're not really ready for that. Okay, let me keep going. The Silhouette Tracer got nerfed, I guess you would say. Move your general up to 4 spaces. It used to be anywhere on the board. And this I agree with. I think this is good. I think that's much more tactical. Because it wasn't just basically a get-out-of-jail-free card. Now you have to be kind of tactically aware of when you can use it and where you're going to use it to get to. So I like that. Magmar actually got some very cool buffs that I like. Young Silithars and the other one, Veteran Silithars, both got health buffs. Veteran went from a 5/3, which I thought was crap, to a 4/5, and Young went from 2/2 to a 2/3, which is very good. Very good. And I think Magmar is kind of like where I want to be at. I like the whole theme of Magmar. I want to get in on that, and that's a very good change. And then finally, let's talk about Vitruvians, because that's what everybody's talking about. First thing was a nerf to Dunecaster. Went from a 2/3 to a 2/1. Yes. Yes. Maybe a bit extreme. I think 2/2 would have been fine. But, yeah, 3 health on that guy was a little ridiculous. So I agree with that, but I'm not sure I like the other change, and nobody else does either unless they play Vitruvian. And that's to Rasha's Curse. It is now 1 mana. 1 mana to destroy a random artifact on the enemy general, which generally they only have 1 at a time anyways. And summon a 2/2 Dervish with Rush next to them. So basically, a 2/2 Dervish with Rush airdropped right next to the general. And you can then buff it with the other guy to make it a permanent 4/4 that just is airdropped in. It's crazy. Like, people were saying you could do that shit on turn 1 without even using, like, a mana orb if you go second. And if they, like, the destroying the random artifact is just, like, the cherry on the top. Like, this card, that was a ridiculous change. We'll have to see. You know, we can't just judge based on one little change how things are going to go. But, yeah, know that everybody is bitching about it. Okay, so as for my deck, I got a comment on the last video from a guy that I played against. The guy with the giant... 310 airdrop that just wrecked my face. I'm sorry I don't remember your name off the top of my head. That's not what I'm really good at. And basically, you know, he assured me that a lot of the game is luck, at least at this point in the time, and I understand. But he also said that Dispels are very important, and I agree. I really should have had more Dispels, but he kind of drove the point home. So now we're up to 3 Ephemeral Shrouds. And we have the Lightbender as well, which dispels all nearby tiles. So we're good on dispels. We're down to 1 Spiral Technique. I took out a Kaido Assassin as well. and I took out a Mana Vortex. So we're going to try this. We're not going to make this a hugely long video. We're just going to do 2 or 3 matches. We're going to see how it goes. Our quests, the mentor's teaching, win 2 games against a friend. I want to keep that because I want to play against Ziggy a few times. We're going to get rid of that because that's not going to happen. Destroy at least 5 minions in 1 game twice. Okay, we can do that. Let's have at it. I was very interested to learn a little while back that one of the lead designers on this game is Eric Lang, or Eric M. Lang, who's a very notable board game designer. He's done Chaos in the Old World, Marvel Dice Masters, Chaos Ball, the new XCOM board game. So he's a pretty prolific board game designer. And he's actually apparently one of the lead designers on this game, which I was quite surprised to find out. And they actually apparently have some intentions of some point actually turning this into a regular tabletop board game. I don't know how that would actually all work. Keeping track of some things would be annoying as hell, but I think it would be cool. I probably should have moved, but okay. So I don't know if they ever will turn it into a board game, but apparently that's one of their intentions. And so I was watching some Dice Tower interviews from the Gathering of Friends that Tom Vassell put up, and Eric Lang was one of the people that finally got in on the interviews. He kept on not showing up. And so finally, when he came on, he said that his reasons for that he didn't show up is that he was working on Duelyst at the time. Like apparently, that like intersected with some crunch time meetings because they're in crunch time right now for beta. So that's very cool to hear. That was a very odd place to hear it. I didn't know they were in crunch time for beta, but I guess I can imagine. Now look at this guy. No, not quite. Okay. So we're gonna bring out this guy. Yeah. The 1/1 annoys me, especially if he puts on the Death Strike or whatever the hell that is. But we'll see. All he can do is kill a 2/3. If he buffs it, he can do 4 damage to me. Just kind of biding time until I can pull off a big play. The ranged attack really helps. See? Dispels everywhere. All the dispels. Odd. That was an odd choice. I don't know why. He could have easily ticked off one of my ranged, but okay. 3... yeah... yeah. That's annoying to me, but I'll do it. Maybe that wasn't great. I think I probably could have had the Tiger survive and just taken 1 more damage myself. I was going to lose a tick on my artifact either way. Okay. Is there an inner focus happening at some point? Huh. I really expected an inner focus. But okay. We're going to go up here. We're going to Phoenix Fire this. I'm going to play this. Kill this. Okay. So now he's really got to cover his ass if he can't handle this. Because that's a pretty easy 6 damage on my part. And I could be loaded with buffs. Is there no longer music in this game, or did it... What the hell? Apparently they took out music. Or was there never music? I could have sworn there was music. That's really annoying. I don't want to accidentally hit concede. Uh-oh. Shit. 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 Okay, there we go. Wait, what happened? Oh, lantern foxes. Probably double tiger? Oof. Yes. Double tiger is probably happening. With buff. It's like 9 damage. There we go. Okay. Spiral technique. Not unwanted. I don't know if I've ever used this. Have I ever used this? Maybe once, but... It's very situational. Like, when you need it, you don't have it. And when you have it, you don't need it. And it's annoying. I guess because I only have one in the deck. When you only have one of something, it's like, what's the point? But then, do you really want to put in 3? Tell me there's some inner focus happening at some... There you go. Okay. See, that's not a terrible play. Alright, let's get rid of this. Okay. Done. Alright, so that was better. That was much more control-y. Just setting ourselves up for the right occasion rather than just face, 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 face. And we got that, so that's good. And we can buy a booster pack. Oh, I didn't even mention the reason why it was a small patch this week. And there's the music blaring in now. We got another Mana Vortex, which is not something we need. We got Twin Strike, which is also something we don't really need. Earth Sphere, another Portal Guardian, that's funny. Serpentine, okay. Not a great pack, but better than we've had. I actually really need to turn that down. Music only plays in the main... I could have sworn in the old days it played during games, but maybe I'm wrong. I have duplicate cards, of course I do. Hey, 29 Spirit. Okay, so the reason it's a small patch this week is because next week is a very big patch. Also, the expected wait is now 1 minute and 0.2 seconds. Next week, they are doing a total card wipe. So all you'll be left with is the basic cards you start out with, and you'll get gold equal to how many booster packs you've opened, plus you'll keep whatever gold you have. So I think I probably opened like 30. at this point. Around there, I would say. So yeah, so you go back to basic cards, but you'll be able to open a whole bunch of booster packs, and of course I will do that on video so you guys can see as I set myself up for the next cycle. The reason they're doing a card wipe is because they are finally bringing in the 6th faction, Vanar, or Vanar. I'm gonna say Vanar because I don't know, it sounds cooler. So Vanar and Vanar. God damn it. It's one of the two. Vanar. I don't know if anybody knows anything about the faction as far as, well, I mean, somebody knows about it, but publicly, I don't know if anybody has any info. 5/4, this is not a spell. What are my options? Cycle this. I could do 3, 4. No, I can't do that. No. See, I don't know if anybody publicly knows any information about the Vanar faction, but I'm sure that next week we'll try them out. We'll see what they're about. I'm sure everybody else will be trying them out. It'll be crazy. Yes. So I'm very excited. Card wipe is going to be good. I'm in need of it. I think, I mean, depending on what the booster packs bring us, that's a big factor. Depending on what it brings us, we'll see how it goes. But I would like to get in on the Magmar. I think that's a really cool faction, and I like their whole theme and everything, so I don't know why he played this. That seemed very strange. I guess that's our play. I mean, yeah. Okay. Next turn could be pretty good. Yeah, we could do another 9 damage or so. Ooh. Ooh, that sucks. Okay, now we're gonna have to rejigger it. Ooh. Some power plays, power plays. Okay, okay, no, I mean, yeah, it sucks, but I think we bring this guy out. Yeah. No, shit! Oh, man, am I dumb. I gotta give myself an oops for that. God, that was stupid. Oh, he's laughing at me. He's laughing at me. At me! Ugh! Oh, man. Yeah, that was desperately stupid. Am I gonna have to spiral technique this thing? I might actually have to spiral technique it. No, maybe if we can get a dispel in, but I'm gonna have to chain minions to get there. I think that's our better bet. So, no. Done. See, this is why you put dispels in your deck. I'm gonna kill that. I'll lose the charge, but I don't really mind. There. Deal with that. If he leaves either of these two alive and his back open, pain will be had. Hell, even if he leaves this thing alive. Even if he leaves... No, even on me, I can do +6. I'm gonna hit for plenty. Yeah, I mean, Shadow Watcher, it seems very cool, right? It seems like it'd be great. But it is very susceptible to dispels. Okay. Wow. Alright. GG. Okay, so we're going to... I mean, we're going to kill this. Oh, God. And there's going to be... He's going to hit twice. Yeah, so this is why Inner Focus needs to be nerfed. God, that's insane, man! Oh, jeez. I don't see a world in which Inner Focus is not nerfed. That's ridiculous. Let's be honest. Man, oh man. 21 damage burst. I had 22 damage burst. And I could have easily done... I could have hit... No, I had to kill that. But I could have done 2 more. So, 24 damage. Pretty easily. No big deal. That is a pretty solid minion, I'll admit. Okay. See, this is why I like Duelyst, though, because, you know, the whole chess-like placement and, you know, movement and all that, it adds so much to the game. What did he put on this? Oh. Yeah, that could potentially be bad. It's a price I will pay gladly. It means he still does have to deal with it. Well, I blew my load. See there, I get if you... Oh no. I always think that when you empty your hand you get 3, but that's Mana Vortex. It's still a good card. I still like Mana Vortex, but I didn't need 3. Okay. Maybe. If I get another teleport, it'd be pretty nice. Oh, a Pandora. Nice. I don't know if it'll matter, but there's a frenzy. Cool. Okay, so I could just do 8 with that, or I could do 6. I think the 8 is better. I think that's lethal. I'm pretty sure. I think it was lethal either way. We're doing all right today. I don't know what's going on. Rank 12. That's a new record. Yep, highest rank 12. That's pretty good. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Man, I really wanted to get this. We're not killing many minions. We're going heavy face, and it's working. But we'll play one more and try and get it. I guess maybe we're just getting lucky. But yeah, I mean, if you just get boxed in like that, and you just don't draw enough removal, there's not a whole lot you can do. I mean, that's why you have silhouette tracers, but even that doesn't get you that far away anymore, so it's... you gotta watch out. One minute and 0.3 seconds.
Versus Songhai.
Oh man, it's War 3 Go Soup. Hey, a Tuck Spore. Remember we had this? That's crazy. It's a nice turn 1 play though. Tusk Board, Mist Dragon Seal. That's very rushy. On the next turn we can double Crystal Wisp. Yeah, I mean that thing's drawback. It's not really a drawback at all. Like, what is ever going to survive for that long with that little health anyways? Not many things survive for, like, 5 turns in this game. Okay. Eye for an eye. I actually will cycle out one. I think there was a question brought up at some point on the forums where it's like people were wondering if at some point they're gonna like try out different types of generals for each faction. Because right now when you make a deck, you don't pick the faction, you pick the general, and then that goes with the faction. So people were wondering if there's gonna be different types of generals, and then with that they would have different like stats. So that's not the right place to put that. So you'd have a minion that maybe would have like 1 attack and 30 health. or a minion that would have 3 attack but 20 health, or 0 attack, so, all sorts of different stuff like that. I don't know how much they could really do with just the stat lineups, but that is interesting to think about. And like, one of the most unique parts about Duelyst is the fact that you have that general that's on the board and can make himself kind of vulnerable, but can also, it can kill minions itself. Like, that's really big. That's why 3 health is so much better right now than 2 health, is because of the general. It reminds me of the early days of Hearthstone when rogues could get 2 attack pretty easily, and that's why 2 3s were better than 3 2s, but nowadays that doesn't exist, so 3 2s are a lot better. So for right now, 2 3s in Duelyst are a lot better, but if they changed it around and started mixing up stat lines for generals, then maybe, 3 2s could be better, or, different sort of stuff like that. God, this guy is the longest turn ever. Well, I'm sorry, but that is immediately going to get Onyx Bear Sealed, which I guess is why he didn't put too much into it. Okay. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to get the Chakri in range. But if I can, then he's pretty much dead. Yeah, it's annoying. That's actually kind of tricky right now. 12 health. I could just fish for Spiral Technique and then win very cheaply. If not, I'm basically screwed. So I'm going to cycle a Chakri. I use the Mana Vortex to get the extra card. Again, we're just fishing for Spiral, so basically... Alright, we're probably going to lose. We still have the replace. But, positioning really screwed me here. Yeah, there you go. But if we got the 5 minions, then I'm alright. I don't mind. I think we did. We killed 5 minions. We had to have. Although we went back to rank 13, but... How did I not get 5 minions? I guess he killed a lot of his minions, but... Come on. Come on. Well, maybe I'll get it when I fight Ziggy, but... Anyways... We tasted rank 12. It's pretty good. Next week is the card wipe. It's going to be very exciting. All the cards that we're going to get. Many booster packs will be opened all at once. And then we're probably going to switch over, try out Magmar for a while, see how that goes. Again, I don't know if they're the most... I think they're pretty popular. Although we didn't fight one today. We fought a bunch of Abyssians, which is... It's the new Songhai. But I think they're cool thematically. So, but we'll see what the booster packs give us. And yeah, my name is Mangg. This has been Mangg the Duelyst. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.